So can you have both your cataracts done on the same day? And the answer is yes, you can. We do one eye, we complete that, and then we move over to the other eye and operate on that one with a whole separate set of kit. Some places in the country do it, and indeed the Royal College of Ophthalmologists recommend it as a way for increasing throughput and increasing efficiency. So it's a very well established thing, and it is a safe thing to have done. My personal preference is I don't like it. There is a risk of infection. I've never had one in my entire career, but it's in the region of 1 in 800 to 1 in 1,000. Now the risk time for infection is 2 to 5 days, and that's why I wait beyond that for the second eye to be done. My rationale is that if you get infection in one eye, obviously we hold off the other eye. I've looked at a big series of these from the Irish registry in the States, and they've looked at 150,000 of these immediate sequential bilateral cataract surgery, and they found that 7 people developed bilateral infection inside their eyes. Now that number's minuscule, 7 out of 150,000. But for that individual, they've got infection in both eyes. I just don't like the risk, and I don't want that to happen to one of my patients. So it's my personal preference not to do it. However, other surgeons do it, and the safety profile is excellent. So you mustn't be put off by that. And if that's what you want, in the end you pay your money, you take your chance, then I'm perfectly happy for, your surgeon may be perfectly happy to do it. It's just my personal preference that I don't like it for the reasons I've just said. If our kit's contaminated, if something happens, then I just don't like the idea of both eyes potentially being compromised. But again, I've got to tell you, it's actually recommended, it's established, surgeons do it all the time, and they are very, very safe. So if you're offered it and you're aware of the minuscule risk of problems in both eyes, and it really is minuscule risk, then there's no problem with you going for it. So I don't want to poo-poo it, and I certainly don't want to criticise other surgeons who do it, because it's recommended and a straightforward thing to have done. It's just my personal preference that I don't do it, and it's certainly something that I wouldn't want done to my mother or myself once I have my cataracts done. So it's personal preference, but certainly for something you value, and the benefits are significant. One visit to the hospital, in and out the same day, no faffing around, drops to both eyes, so there are significant benefits. If it's something you want to discuss it with your surgeon. If they offer it, then go for it, and the likelihood is that everything, the very, very, very strong likelihood that everything will be fine, but it's just not for me.